There was like a guy I was playing yesterday. He was playing against a champion called Fizz. This guy was like, man, Fizz is OP. I don't know how to. This guy's like 0-6. I wrote a whole essay being like you are so fucking moronic. You are in the enemy jungle and you got caught and you think the champion's OP. No, what's OP is your ability to be dumb.
He's regressing. He's regressing as a person.
Getting the bud cancer, I really did something.
Yeah.
All of his good spirit also just like sucked out.
It was like a vacuum. One cancer left and another entered.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Trash Taste Podcast. I'm Joey, and I'm with the boys, Connor and Gant, as per usual. Connor's dripped out today.
What's up, Connor?
What happened?
What's up? I'm the one wearing the Trash Taste shirt for once, and Connor's tripped out.
I don't know. I'm trying to like just. I in my head, I'm like, if I dress nicer, will I be like more active in my day? Will I be more prepared? So I'm just trying to dress nice for like a week.
What do you mean by more active?
Because like when I used to like live in London, I used to only wear like sweatpants and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I should start wearing jeans at home, like a psychopath, to see if like.
Why is that psychopath? Why?
So a lot of people think.
Nah, that's
like
pretty
crazy.
psychopathic.
It's not psychopath.
I don't even wear jeans outside.
So
Joey.
I hate jeans.
I'm with you, Gant. I am a jean at home enjoyer.
Thank you.
That's insane.
You know. I was I had Didus and Emily come over to my house, and it was like a weekend.
Yeah.
And we were just planning to have like a movie night, and I opened the door, and they were like, "Why are you in jeans?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, question. Do you wear jeans on a flight?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Why?
That's crazy.
Okay, here's the thing.
Comfort is illusion. It's an illusion.
Nah, if I'm on a flight to say like Japan to like LA, I am wearing the baggiest, most comfortable.
I'd wear a suit.
Nah, you're tripping.
I would wear anything on that.
Nah, that's wild.
What's not comfortable about jeans?
They're just like heavy and restrictive. I hate them. I dead ass. No. The thing is, I have a couple of pairs of jeans, and I used to wear a lot of jeans, and then I discovered, oh wait, because in my head, right before I got more into the whole fashion thing, I was like, oh, the fanciest pants that you could possibly wear are jeans, like in any occasion, right? Like everyone looks good in jeans, right?
Wait, the fanciest?
Fanciest? Yeah. Like in terms of
like
just
like suit pants are the fanciest, right? Or
yeah,
like
but who's wearing
pants.
suit pants in their day to day?
I mean, I kind of technically am.
Yeah.
These are technically suit pants. They're just baggy.
I mean, yeah, but look, you know what I mean, though, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking like, straight out of a two-piece, like kind of suit pants. Like no one's wearing that, right?
Right.
So like,
some people do.
yeah, some people do, and that's fine. But like, I didn't have suit pants, so I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to say like a nice restaurant or something, then obviously it's like collared shirt with a nice pair of jeans or something, right?
Yep.
But then I discovered, oh wait, there are more fancy pants out there than just jeans. And that are way less restrictive and way less heavier
Wait, he knows something
and way more comfortable.
He's discovered the forbidden knowledge.
I've discovered the forbidden knowledge of like, I don't have to wear jeans to look good.
But I also, you shouldn't. No, let's not do that. Because as men, we've struck gold.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We don't have to wear anything other than jeans.
Yeah. That's why would
it's
you?
the simplicity.
Why
of the
would
jeans.
you want to?
We've got it down.
As a man, Joey.
Joey, come on.
As a man,
Like,
Joey.
I appreciate you want to elevate yourself, but you need to be on our level.
That's great. That's great.
You need to just stay down here with us.
I want to make sure there is the least choices possible when it comes to my clothing, while still looking reasonably all right.
I mean, that's fine. That's the life you can live. I don't want to live that life.
It's like when you see like the the Oscars or some kind of show, and you see one guy has gone for some kind of crazy outfit, and you're like, stop that. Stop that. We're so fortunate that we can all agree to wear the exact same suit. And we're all like, damn, you look good.
Yeah. No, but that's at an awards show.
No, but like anything. We can just wear a suit.
This is why I love being a guy.
One of the many reasons.
Okay.
One of the many. Let's not, come on.
Being in a relationship.
Only reason.
Well, come on, there's many reasons.
Being in a relationship, right? And, okay. Every time we have a night out, right? Sydney has to go through this like fucking 3-hour decision tree about like, what am I going to wear for this one event? And she starts thinking about it like maybe the day before. And if she can't find an outfit that she feels comfortable, because there's so many things you have to take. How often have I worn this outfit? How recent is it? Is it new? Do I feel good? Does it suit the event? And for me, I'm like, I just need to put on a suit. If it's a super fancy event, if it's a casual event, just put on a shirt.
Just a shirt.
Just a shirt.
just a shirt.
Just add the layers or remove the layers.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate. We're very
Okay,
fortunate.
but like again, I'm not talking about like fancy events. I'm just talking day to day.
Okay.
Right? Especially if you're in like on a flight for 10 hours, right? I want to be as comfy as possible because
I'm comfy as fuck, bro. I'm comfy as fuck.
Nah, you've been gene pilled, bro. You've been gene pilled.
I hate wearing pajamas in public or anything like that.
No, I'm not wearing pajamas.
But
in
like
public.
when I get on flights, and I know you're allowed to wear like it's like I completely understand that people want to wear pajamas on the flight because you absolutely should.
Yeah.
But me, the moment I get off that plane, I want to be in jeans. I just don't want to walk around in like pajamas or.
Well, then why don't you just pack a pair of jeans in your bag and then just change when you?
Yeah,
get
sometimes I do that.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
But like one time, I forgot to change. And then I was like, shit, what do I do? Like, what do I
pajama pants?
I'm like literally in like clearly pajama, not even like sweatpants, like just clearly pajama. And because you kind of want to leave it till the last possible second to change back into your.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I left it too long. And then it was, the thing it came on, they said like, no more, you can't walk around. I'm like, shit, fuck, what do I do? And I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to do. And then for some reason, I was able to I had like the blanket and I was like, I'm gonna do that thing where I fucking get the pants. And shit like
Getting changed at the beach style.
Yeah. I'm like taking off my pants. It's always the most awkward part of taking off your pants, even with the blankets, when you have to bring your ass up. And it's very obvious to everybody what you're doing.
It's the most non-conspicuous movement when you just
and then you have to do it quick enough to get the pants back on so no one thinks you're trying to pull something weird.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I got pants here. I'm putting them on. I'm not just getting my dick
I'm not
out.
touching my wiener, trust me.
Because I was like, I do not want to fucking walk around in sweatpants. I don't know. I bet because circling back to the initial point, when I first started, I really wanted to start wearing like jeans at home because I thought maybe I'll be more productive. I'll think about myself as being like, the morning is over. It's now the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that helped a lot. And so now I'm trying to next level where I'm like, what if I like just dress nice, and then maybe I'll feel like I have to be even more productive.
What if I just dress nice?
Man discovers clothes.
Well, I'm like, I'm kind of like NPC where I just put the same T-shirt on, and I was like, well, what if I try like wearing like a button up, and will I feel?
I mean, dog.
better?
I tried to teach you this for years, and you were just like, nah. I'm gonna be like the main character in B movie and just have the same 50 shirts.
I mean,
in
I
my
like
closet.
those though. I like those.
I mean, it's trying to find for me. It's trying to find a balance of not exactly having the same shirt every day, but just having like a core, like maybe 10 shirts that I pick from at a time, because sometimes you wake up and I'm like, I just don't want to make a decision. Jeans, okay, I'm gonna go jeans. Adding different trousers adds too much complexity for me.
God, you're making it sound like you're doing like long division. It's really not that hard.
It is.
It's not that hard.
I think it is hard.
Why? What's so hard about just being like, I have a pair of jeans and I have maybe like, let's say 2 sweatpants. I'm not going to stand there having a mental breakdown being like, fuck, which one do I pick?
Because jeans go with everything.
Yeah, but what I don't understand, right? I agree, jeans do go with everything. But if you're not planning to go out of the house, why would you wear the most uncomfortable pair of pants out of the lineup?
They're not uncomfortable.
Well, number one, they're not uncomfortable. Number two, if like sometimes I wear like sweatpants when I'm inside, and that's on like the super lazy days. I don't know. When I put on sweatpants, I'm like, I'm not
resigning myself.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not getting anything done today, man. Fuck. I'm sitting down on the couch and I'm just being a couch potato today.
Okay.
Jeans get me in that like mental state of just like, okay, this is a get shit done day. I could be going out, could be staying in. Doesn't matter. I need to be on my toes. Who knows?
Question, because I hear this all the time on the internet, and I've never been able to relate to it, and I always thought I was the weird one.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy not wearing pants in the house?
What do you mean?
Like, there are so many people where it's like, I don't know if I don't know who invented this, but like, there's this like common understanding of like people who are just like inside all the time to be like, oh, I'm not going to go out today. Today is a no pants kind of day. And they just don't wear pants around the house.
I have to wear pants.
Okay, thank God. I thought I was the weird one because I'm like, no, I'm wearing pants. Like, I'm not an animal. Like, I'm going to wear pants no matter what.
Yeah,
I just don't feel comfortable if I'm not
moment
wearing
that
anything.
I get out of bed, it's either like I shower or put on pants immediately.
Yeah,
It's like
no,
that.
100%. I'm the same.
So-
Yeah, wearing no pants to bed, totally understandable.
Yeah.
I do that as well.
Yeah.
But the moment I'm out of the bed, I'm wearing pants.
Okay.
You know, I feel like Japan's changed me in some aspects of this as well. Like I also just not. I don't really like wearing shorts anymore.
I've never liked
really?
wearing shorts.
No.
I
I used to love wearing shorts. Now I
Yeah.
can't stand the thought of it.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like in Japan, I just never saw anyone else do it. And
Did
then
Japan gaslight you
I
into
think they
not wearing
gaslit
shorts?
me into not wearing shorts because
Yeah.
I can't wear shorts.
I could never wear shorts. I don't know. I just never felt comfortable in shorts. Shorts was always
Right.
I don't know.
Is it because
it can be fashionable? It
Yeah.
can look good. I just don't think I can make it look good.
Right. Yeah, I was about to say because I think like the common understanding because like I've seen this so many times. Every time like I see one of those like 10 things you definitely should avoid doing in Japan
Yeah.
that they don't teach you about, and one of them was always like in the summer you should never wear shorts in Japan. And I'm like, no, you should. It's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Wear shorts. Don't get like the thing is that like I think the reason why you don't see a lot of Japanese people wearing shorts is the same reason why Gon doesn't wear shorts. Is because most of them don't think they look good in shorts.
yeah.
But if you want to wear shorts and you're comfortable wearing shorts, especially in the summer in Japan, please wear shorts.
Yeah, I think-
It's way too hot otherwise.
In my brain, I think I associate shorts now with like sports. Like if I'm doing it,
Right, like gym or something. Right?
if I'm doing a workout, then
Yeah.
I'll wear shorts. And I think I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh, it's fine. But
Yeah.
the moment I'm like not working out or doing anything active, I'm like, oh, pants.
What about like 3/4 pants?
Just decide, pick a side. You know what I mean? like I just fucking pick a side.
Yeah.
3/4 pants are the fence
Yeah.
of pants.
Yeah, they are. They are.
To me, because
Pick a fucking side.
the only time I really wear shorts is when I'm in Thailand.
Yeah.
Because
It's too hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's just like that's why I prefer like, autumn fashion and winter fashion and spring fashion, because you can just have so much more variation. But with summer fashion, especially in like climate like that, even though I do like hot weather, the one thing I don't like is that the amount of variation you get with fashion is just like not there.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
shorts and t-shirt.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you can't do anything with that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And
And it doesn't matter how fashionable you look, you're not going to look cool when you're just like perspiring
Exactly.
from every part of your
Well,
body.
What's crazy in Japan, though, you'll see like a dude in like 3 layers in the
Yeah.
summer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and you're like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you, man, Japanese people are reptiles. They just don't feel the heat.
Okay, here's the real question though. How many pairs of shoes do you have?
3
Are
or
we including
3?
thongs? Sorry, flip-flops for you Americans.
3 or 4?
Yes.
Yeah, if we're including thongs, 3.
Okay, so how many of them are in rotation in terms of you have to pick which one you wear when you go out?
So for me, I have my pair of like Vessies,
Yeah?
I have a pair of Hockers, and I have a pair of thongs.
Yeah.
The Vessies I wear
All of
for
those
like...
sounded made up. Except for the Messies.
What do you mean?
Hockers?
Yeah,
You
Hockers.
hock toing?
No, no.
What do you-
Hoka Hoka shoes.
okay,
They're really
okay.
nice. This is like I have a pair of
I
like
just nodded along. I don't know what those type of shoes are.
okay, they're nice. Okay, it's nice.
cool.
So my Hoka shoes are for when like I want to dress up a little bit.
Okay.
You know, they're more for like, just like going around like if I'm like on a date with Aki or if I'm like going to a nice dinner or something.
Yeah.
The Vessies are for like everyday use.
Yeah.
The thongs are for when I can't be fucked to put socks on.
Right.
That's my full rotation.
See, that's even more than me. I've realized through all my entire life, I have like one pair of shoes that I wear every day, unless it's like fancy occasions.
Yeah.
Until it breaks, and then I get another
I'm the
pair
same.
of shoes.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And sometimes I get like for Christmas, I get like gifted different pairs of shoes, and I realized that I would only subconsciously pick one and then never wear anything else. And I was like, is this a me thing or is every guy like that?
Wait, hold on. What's your definition of like I can't wear these shoes anymore? Because I've noticed it's different for different guys.
Okay.
Mine literally have like charred burn marks on them. I still wear them.
Would you still wear a pair of shoes if it has like a hole at the bottom?
That's probably the limit.
For me, the limit.
As in like hole, as in like through the entire shoe,
Like
foot to ground.
through the sole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For me, my line, and this was a very specific line living in England, it was, sometimes when you go out and it's not exactly pouring rain, but it's a bit damp. It's like it's like puddles there. And sometimes you just have a pair of shoes where you walk in the dampness and the water would slowly seep into your toe. That was always the line for me.
Yeah,
that's always the line. There's not exactly a hole there, but it's not watertight anymore.
That's true.
I think I also like wore my last pair of Essies to death, to the point where like one day when it was like raining quite bad in Tokyo, I was like, I have no grip on my shoes. And I looked at I like flipped them over.
Like smooth.
It was smooth. It used to be two different colors as well.
Yeah,
it was just white smooth.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I realized that like no matter what occasion, I was literally, it sounds like an ad. I was wearing them on every occasion. I was literally like doing any kind of fucking activity wearing these goddamn shoes.
Navi, do we have a Vessi ad this episode?
Give me a sec.
Do we
actually?
hope so.
Do we have a Vessi?
You know, I wear them a lot.
Yeah.
We don't? Are they just getting a free one today?
Yeah, we've given them enough love.
I mean, the one, I don't know, like, how long is a normal pair of shoes supposed to last as well? That's another thing, because I don't have a good gauge for that.
I don't either.
Because I feel like you buy shoes and they always last long enough for you to forget like when you bought them and if it's a long time. Like because like, you know, some shoes last like 5 years, some last 2, but I probably would remember it like.
Well, I think it depends on how often you wear them, right? Like in the case with Gaunt, like who wears one pair of shoes 365 days a year.
Yeah.
Then I'm sure the time limit on how much time you have to wear the shoes is probably like a year. But if you're in rotation, you can.
I feel like when I was a teenager, those things are like indestructible. Like shoes just wouldn't break.
No.
I had my gauge when I was a kid, because I also only had one pair of shoes. My gauge was when like the end of the tip of the sole and the toes would just be like that.
Oh my god. Okay.
When your shoes start to talk, that's when it's like, all right, we're done.
Yeah,
6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, my Vessis have definitely lasted longer than that.
That can't be right. That doesn't sound right. 6 to 12 months is insane.
What are you doing in those?
Like that's like if you're like you walk on sandpaper exclusively.
No, I would say 6 to 12 months.
No.
To me, if with the waterlog test, to me, it was about 6 to 12 months was about how long she would stay waterproof in terms
shoes
of
can last 20 years. The key is taking care of them and never wearing them 2 days in a
I
row.
don't fuck
Ain't
with
nobody got time for that. I'm sorry. We're not doing that. Just buy a new pair.
Do you know I never understood? Have you ever bought one of those like fancy dress shoes that just have no grip on them? Why did those exist?
Because they just look good with a suit.
But like some of them have grip and some of them are just like completely smooth.
Yeah, you like some dress shoes I've worn. I'm like, oh, I'm skiing today. Apparently, like I'm just fucking just gliding through the halls.
I'm like, what is the history of this? Why are there just some dress shoes that I just constantly slip in?
I think it's because with dress shoes like that, they're not so much intended to like walk in, but rather to just like stand around in. You know what I mean?
They hurt so much.
Yeah, they do. I hate the ones where it's like the toes are just
Dude,
like,
I've got a pair like that.
like
I've got a pair like that right now, and it feels like I'm being like
Chinese foot biting.
Yeah. I feel like
so bad.
I get out and I'm like, I'm trying to like take it
Your
off.
toes are like this by the end.
It's horrible, dude.
I'm like, who wears these?
But I recognize that I probably just don't have good suit shoes or fitted. But I went to some like store in Japan where it was like I thought it was like a fancy store because I was like, can I just get? I just wanted to get a pair that would last me like forever because I only wear them like 3 times a year, right? So I was like, I'll just get a good pair. But I think it was one of those like pseudo fancy Japan business stores where they have these things that like look premium and they'll have everything that looks premium, but then it's
a perfect suit factory.
It's kind of like that. It was kind of like that. But I thought it was like a real fancy store, and then when I saw the price, I was like, that seems really affordable, which is good. But I was like, I was expecting to get scammed a little bit, though.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then I wore them, and it was fine. And then I wore them for like 4 hours, and I was like, oh boy, I kind of wish I got a different pair.
Yeah.
Now it's too late to return them. So. But I've committed to them.
You committed.
Committed.
How long does it take you to decide what to wear on a day?
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even.
Like a few minutes.
Seconds. Literally,
do you have your like decision tree about like what pants goes with like what t-shirts?
Yeah. So like for today, for instance, right? Like I'm wearing black pants.
Yeah.
And you know, so I thought like, oh, I could go the full black, or I can mix and match it and wear something light. And I saw this in the closet, and I was like, oh, I haven't worn this one in a while, so I'll wear that. There you go. Literally 30 seconds.
Damn.
It's not that hard. If anything, for me, I first figure out, okay, if I'm going out today, what's the temperature outside.
Yeah.
And then from there, I start the skill. I start the decision.
the skill tree.
The skill tree. The skill tree opens up.
The decision tree.
The decision tree opens up from there.
I remember the one time I didn't wear just like dark jeans and I added like light jeans to my like wardrobe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit. Just by wearing light jeans, this changes everything I wear on top. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
damn, this is like too much. This is like too much choice, man.
Well, that's why like most pants are dark, because the hardest thing to pair is bright pants.
I know.
Any bright pants, you're just like, what do I wear with this? It's like nothing works. White is too bright and black is just like, okay, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But moral of the story is we're fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Joey. We're just lazy, all right? But not lazy enough to not wear jeans. We're just lazy.
Yeah, I don't know, dog. It's a bit weird.
This episode is sponsored by Shopify.
Boys, I have a clothing brand, and before we started selling our clothes, I was like, damn, boys, how am I gonna get these clothes out?
I got that dumb brain. I don't know how to run a business, let alone sell stuff
do I
online,
have
Joey.
to build a place where you can buy things?
Exactly. I didn't know how to do that stuff, but thankfully, Shopify was there to help us out.
Without Shopify, we couldn't build any of the stuff that we have now, inclooting Joey. Right, Joey?
Yeah,
Right,
including
right.
me. Physically me.
Right, because I say we, but I really mean you,
Yeah,
Joey.
me. Yeah.
It pretty much makes selling very easy. If you want to sell things online, Shopify is the place to go.
Because nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in the feed, and everywhere in between, because businesses that sell more sell on Shopify.
So upgrade your business and get the same checkout that nonsense and any of the trash taste merch that you have probably bought before uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/trash, all lowercase. That's go to shopify.com/trash to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/trash. Back to the episode.
Anyway.
You also had surgery. How'd
Yeah, I had surgery in Japan. So that was fun. That was fine.
Okay, you just said it so casually, but like,
Well,
are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just have to I can't sit like so I used to sit like lazily. I think if I'd sit like that now,
Wait, hold on. So what surgery did you get?
it was to remove a cyst.
Dummy thick.
Yeah, I had a butt reduction. Technically, I guess that's.
You had a butt reduction?
I guess it was like 1% removed.
No more BBL Connor? No!
I think
too dummy thick, and he needed some reduction.
Damn.
you can get this thing from basically sitting too much. Like a cyst.
You got butt cancer?
Yeah, basically, I got butt cancer.
You got the gamer butt?
I got gamer butt.
You got gamer butt?
It happened the first time, actually, in the episode.
I'm laughing about this, but this is no laughing matter.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I remember I talked about on Trash Taste where I can't remember which episode it was. I talked about going to the doctor for like a butt pimple.
Yeah.
And at the time I thought it was just a pimple, and this guy gave me meds, and it went away for like a week. And then after that, I was like, it keeps going and coming back in the exact same spot, like this like a pimple.
Right.
And then I was like, all right, I'll go check it out. And then they were like, yeah, just take some drugs. So I took the drugs, the antibiotics, and then it would just
The answer to any problem in life, just take drugs.
And then nothing happened. And I was like, hey doc, can you help me out? And this is like, even now, this is like 4 times going to the fucking dermatologist.
Yeah.
It was so long, dude. And then you get like a referral letter. And then they're like, yeah, okay, we think it might be something more serious. And I was like, oh shit, okay, damn, that's crazy. No, for real.
So, so what? You just got it from sitting too much? Like, what?
Yeah,
how did you get
apparently it's a thing that you can get in a lot of sedentary jobs.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know how to pronounce it. Pinodial or something, cyst or something. I don't know how to.
Right.
So I first noticed it after I did my cycling. That's when I first noticed it. So I think it was a combination of like sitting all the time and then sitting on a very uncomfortable chair for the first time.
That's why your ass didn't hurt like hell when you were cycling all the way.
Well, no, so
fuck, I can't pronounce that. Pilonidal?
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 I completely pronounced it wrong. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it.
I don't know.
Yeah, so apparently it's something to do with like your hairs when they can like puncture the skin.
Oh, right.
Oh, so it's like an ingrown hair almost.
I think so. I honestly, I didn't fully understand it. Because I was just getting shuffled around.
Right.
And then also, obviously my Japanese is okay, but not good enough to know medical terminology in Japanese.
Yeah, it's hard.
And even in English, I don't fucking. They told me this.
Fuck's a pile of idol.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I spoke about this on live stream, and I got a comment that's like, "How do you not know this shit in Japanese?" It's like, bro, I don't know this shit in English. Like, what do you think?
This is my first time hearing about this.
This is like hearing like law terminology in English. You're like, this is so like.
Like, the fuck's a plaintiff?
I'm being sued. What is that? So. Yeah, they were like, oh, yeah, we think that you might got something. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then just had to do a bunch of tests, endless referrals.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God. I remember it being like this in the UK, but in Japan, it's like, it was like a JRPG fetch quest. Every time they thought I had something, they were like, you gotta go talk to this person.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, take this letter. But then I would have to come back to the hospital to get the letter to take to the other hospital.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would go for a visit and they're like, we'll tell you to go to here. Just come back another day for the letter. So what?
Yeah.
You got to make me come all the way back here again?
Yeah.
So it was just a really long process, but eventually they were like, yeah, we'll cut it out. And I was like, oh, okay, shit. And I was like, oh fuck, I've never had surgery before. That's kind of scary.
Right.
So I had to go and do that. And that was interesting because there's a lot of stuff leading up to it because obviously my blood condition as well.
Yeah.
And so I had to find a hospital that could accommodate my inbreeding disease of hemophilia. Kitsuyubyo. Which, fun fact, extremely rare in Japan. It's very rare in Europe compared to other diseases, but like even more so in Japan.
Right.
It's more of like a European disease. So they also that was also strange because like no one there were a lot of blood clinics that didn't have like experience with it, so I had to go to a specific one. And the first time I went to a doctor and I was like, hey, would love to kind of get all my information updated in Japanese, redo the test, just make sure everything's the same. The doctor in the UK told me to take this drug. Can you make sure it's the same? And then they were like, the first guy I went to, he was like, no, you're wasting my time. Leave. I was like, what?
Damn.
Yeah, he was like, leave. He was a total dick.
All right.
Like so rude. Like immediately when I was explaining like what I was coming for, I could see his face go from like listening to like visibly annoyed. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, so you have hemophilia, right? I was like, yeah. And he's like, so you know you have it? I was like, yeah. He's like, what do you want me to do? I was like, well, there's no fucking cure for it. Why do you think I'm here? What do you think I'm here for? Like, I want to get all this shit in Japanese so I can like get it all like, you know, if I have an accident in Japan, like I can get it all done. And I'm hopefully having surgery. And so and I was like, what a dick, dude.
Yeah. What?
And so then I rebooked it, the same hospital, just with a different doctor. They were great. They were like, oh yeah, totally fine. Yeah, let's. And then they went through it all, did some tests, and then they were like, oh, yeah, we can't do that at this hospital. We don't have like the facilities for it. I was like, what?
You don't have a translator?
No, for like, I guess like the medicinal stuff. That
I see.
So they were like, if you want to do surgery, you'd have to go to this other hospital. And I was like, oh my God. This is literally taken like 6 months of like bouncing around referrals, like crazy amounts of just endless like JRPG fetch quests.
Yeah.
And so finally they got to the last hospital. They were like, yeah, we can do everything. So basically I had to do all that just to get this one drug before the surgery.
Right.
Where they like inject me with something where my blood will basically just clot. Okay. And so then I could go in the surgery, which is like the most easy surgery of all time. All they do is cut your butt open. Yeah. Fucking
snip it out.
It's super quick. Right. Like it's a very easy surgery.
Yeah.
At least on the scale where I was doing it. They did tell me, they were like, yeah, you could do like a giga surgery where we like remove everything just to be safe, or we can just
remove your whole ass.
Well, they were like you'd have to get like a skin graft.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
And I was like, not really fond of that idea. And then they were like, you have to stay in hospital for a couple of days.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They were like, or we can just remove like the area that it's affected.
Yeah.
And see how it heals.
It might come back. It might not.
Right. So how much did they take out?
Not much. Like a big tooth worth looking. Like, 'cause they showed me afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Because I asked, I was like, can I see it?
You take a picture?
I did not take a picture.
I kind of wanted to see it.
I want to see what.
It's kind of weird because imagine it's like a little white ball the size of like a adult tooth, and it was just covered in like blood strands. It was interesting. Yeah. So, but I was I'm like a fucking pussy with this shit. I don't know if you guys. How are you guys with this stuff?
I'm all right, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm in this hospital, right, waiting, and they're telling me I need surgery, and obviously I'm like, oh fuck, fuck, I've never had surgery before. That's kind of, have you guys had surgery before, by the way?
No.
Okay. So I was kind of terrified by the idea, but I was like, I think I can do it because I know they'll numb the area. I won't be put to sleep. That's not like a thing. I think they're very I think normally
they're very weird with anesthesia.
Yeah.
I think the impression I got from Japan, I don't know about the rest of the world because I've only experienced it in Japan. I got the impression that they would only do that in like a very extreme case.
Yeah.
Is the vibe I was getting.
If you're just removing a cyst,
Yes,
I wouldn't think you need to be put
For sure.
for
Yeah.
that.
But I feel like from my experience and hearing Pete's experience and a couple of other people's experiences with surgery, it's like they very much try to limit like pain reduction and like to what is absolutely necessary.
But other than that, it's like, we're doing it the natural way, baby.
Gammon a lot of the time. So, they were telling me about it and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And I was like, okay, I'm a little nervous, but I'll be all right. And then before I left the hospital, they were like, you have to watch this video. I was like, oh, okay. So they sent me down this room.
Check out this cat.
They were like, this fucking meme is fire.
You see Mudan?
It's a fucking hippo in Thailand.
It's got nothing to do with the surgery. The doctor just wanted to share the memes. It's like, yo, check
what do
this
you
out.
think? What do you think of my reels?
It's like, should I upload this?
What do you think this is fire? Who are you, YouTuber? And they give me this tablet and they give me these like fucking giant, like ancient headphones.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to watch this. Just, it's like a disclaimer. I was like, oh shit. Okay. So I press play. And it's Japanese, so there's a bunch of like fun little cartoon anime graphics to go along with like
Little mascot
fucking
characters.
death.
Yeah.
You could die, and there's like a little character going. You're like, what the fuck? and then and I have to pause it because it's like literally a wall of text, and so I have to pause every slide and like get the Google Translate thing out because I'm like, I can't read this shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm reading it, and then there's this one thing where they're talking about. So apparently, and this is, I think, the most common thing that can go wrong with surgeries is the anesthesia. That's like, because people can have allergic reactions to it and stuff. And in this thing, it kind of like, I don't know why, it explained it in a way that sounded really horrific, where it was like, you may have adverse side effects when injected with anesthesia. You could go into like shock and die. And I was like, oh, love that for me. And I was, that sort of like made me freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I was like, you can inject me with shit and then that shit could kill me? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And so I went to the doctor. I was like, hey, I'm.
You know what? I'll keep the bot cancel.
I
Don't
was
worry
like,
about it.
well, they told me, they were like, yeah, you could just live with it if you wanted to. I was like, I should probably just remove it.
Yeah.
But I was like this close to being like, you know what? Fuck it. Nah, I'm good. Because she was terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I think I'm going to freak out. Could you give me some like drugs or some shit to like stop me from freaking out during the surgery? And they were like,
Rips a bong out. Take a hit of this, baby. You'll be all
I
right.
was like, give me something to calm me down. And then they were like, best we can do is give you some like drowsy meds.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'll take it. Because I just wanted the placebo.
Yeah,
I was like, I just
right.
need something to be like.
Something to calm you down.
Yeah.
For
And then
sure.
they were like, okay. And they were like, yeah, if you want to watch like YouTube videos or some shit, like you can bring your headphones in. I was like, okay, yeah, actually that'd be great. So when I went, it was like just so much waiting around. I had to get like a bunch of IVs and stuff, and that was horrible. Because they kept missing my vein, and then I could feel them wiggling it around, looking for a vein, and that was horrible.
Yeah.
But the old woman who was doing it was so upbeat, so I was like, I can't freak out.
Yeah.
I was freaking out internally. I was like, find a vein, get the vein already. Why do I feel this fucking pain? And so then I went to the surgery, and then they hook you up with all this shit. Then you can hear your heart rate beeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
then
sound is always like nerve wracking, isn't it?
that made me more nervous that I could hear my heart rate.
Yeah.
Because then I could hear myself freaking out.
Yeah.
When they would tell me like, all right, we're gonna give you the anesthesia now, and then I could hear the thing go from beep, 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 and I was like, yo, I'm not that nervous. That's unfair. That's like reporting me. What the heck, man?
The heart rate monitor's
It's
like
calling me
gaslighting
out,
you, being
dude.
like, oh, you're a pussy now? All right.
I'm not that nervous. And I thought, I was like, all right, okay, this needle, it'll feel like any other needle when they inject it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they put like the numbing stuff in your, like where they're operating.
Yeah.
And I thought like, I just feel like a normal needle. Bro, that shit was like putting like a fire sword in my ass.
Damn.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was like such intense pain.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all right, we're going to do the next dose. I was like, oh shit. Okay. I was like, well, at least, you just injected me, so it'll feel better. Nope. Hurt just as much.
Yeah. Doesn't kick in immediately.
No. And I was like, fuck. So that was fun.
Were you watching YouTube videos during that time?
I was watching The Penguin.
Oh, the
The
Penguin.
HBO series. It was good.
I thought you'd be watching something calming there.
Nah, I was watching The
Just
Penguin.
this mental image I have of you, like just Connor lying down
Bare
at the
ass.
doctor's
Yeah.
table,
Bare ass.
just watching the penguin just getting ass blasted by needles.
Yeah, basically. That's basically how it went. It was a
That's
great.
so funny.
Oh my god.
I had to rewatch the part of that episode though, because I was getting distracted. Obviously,
Yeah.
I was like, I was locked in. I was trying to
Yeah.
I was like trying to focus, but it was a helpful distraction because they were telling me everything they were doing, and I was like, oh my god, stop telling me what you're doing. Just fucking.
So
do it.
how long did the surgery go for?
It was like an hour. It was like super
not
short.
bad.
That's not bad.
It was super short. I think like the stitching took the longest. But that was funny. 'Cause you could feel them. Like, I could feel them doing everything.
Right.
So it was numb. So I didn't feel any pain.
Yeah.
But like I could feel them
You
cutting.
could feel the sensation.
Yeah, like it felt like cutting, but it felt like I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I imagine maybe that's how like an orange feels when you peel it. It's got no feelings. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know. I've never peeled an orange.
I just.
It was interesting. I mean, it
You
was.
really made me think with that one.
Yeah. I was like, that's a weird analogy, but okay.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's
Honestly, I think talking to Pete about his surgery experience scared me more than anything about like surgery in Japan.
Yeah.
Because his sounded like barbaric. Because they made him like get a catheter
Yeah.
with like no painkillers.
Yeah.
I was like, that's insane.
Oh shit.
The thing in your pee-pee.
Yeah.
To
Oh
make you
my
pee.
God.
No painkillers.
You went through the Pain Olympics?
Yeah,
No,
dude.
no anesthesia.
Damn.
I was like, I'm gonna ask for all the drugs.
Yeah. Every drug.
Yeah. Give
Yeah,
me all
just
the
give me
painkillers.
everything you've got,
Yeah.
dog. Like,
So
Get the good shit on the top
Does your ass
shelf.
still hurt?
it hurts if I sit on it in that position, but I can sit down. I just have to like put the pressure.
Which cheek is it?
Oh no, she's in the middle.
Oh, it's right in the middle.
It's not like in my crack. Just so you know.
I thought it was like
where your crack ends.
Yeah.
oh, okay. I thought it was like right in the middle of a cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I think as well, because my ass is big, when I would sit certain ways,
Yeah.
kind of like how like the like sometimes your butt like can like kind of like
Shelf.
it can like shelf, right?
Yeah.
And I think like I put too much pressure in like one exact spot on my ass.
Oh.
When I would sit like that,
All right.
which was made worse by my dummy thick ass. So yeah, well, so be careful how you sit, guys, at home, especially if you work in an office job.
Especially if you have a BBL.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a streamer who streams like 10 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm gonna have to stand occasionally more while streaming.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
If I do
yeah.
like 12
Make
hours
use of those standing desks.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. So then when I like came out of it. Oh, by the way, the drowsy meds they gave to me, like they didn't do fucking shit.
No.
They didn't do nothing to me. I think they gave me a Japanese dose.
Yeah. They probably just gave you melatonin or some shit.
But like
melatonin.
melatonin would knock me out. I think.
Yeah, melatonin
I've
will
not
knock
had
you
it.
out. Yeah.
Well, on the car ride back, I was very, very like drowsy.
Right,
Like I was
right.
like falling asleep in the cab. So it worked then.
It's like just kicks in.
But then I got home and I was like totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, shit, what do I do? I can't sit down.
Yeah.
And lying down, I have to lie on my front.
Right.
So I was like, what do I fucking do? So I just like went to my PC and like
Just
put it on,
stood there.
put it on standing mode.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got nothing else to do. So I was just playing League of Legends like an hour after my surgery. So I was like, I don't know what else to do.
Go back into League.
Yeah, because I was playing League. Because
He can cut the gamer cancer out, but he can't cut the
Yeah.
gamer out.
so I got rid of one
Found
cancer.
the real gamer cancer.
I got rid of one cancer and I injected
I gotta
another.
top it up, baby. This episode is sponsored by Zocdoc.
My fellow Asians, as you may know, all of our parents wanted us to become doctors one day.
Facts.
But you know what the hardest thing was? To get them to see a doctor.
Facts.
That is why today we are partnering with Zocdoc.
Zocdoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and much more. You can also see their actual appointment openings, choose a time that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit. Plus, Zocdoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking, and you can even score same-day appointments.
We here at Trash Taste love things that make busy lives easier and save people time. Zocdoc can eliminate hours of searching online for doctor reviews because they have it all in one place.
So what are you doing? Stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to Zocdoc.com/trash to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZOCDOC.com/trash, Zocdoc.com/trash. Back to the episode. Because like during this time now, I'm like, I guess if you're watching this episode, I'll be like flying to America. So we're going for the stream rewards, which will be fun. But also doing a week-long league grinding stream with Ludwig.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Where he needs to get to platinum.
You chose to do that?
Well, so I like playing League. League's fun.
Yeah.
I don't like playing League in Japan.
Yeah.
League sucks. But he's trying to get to plat, and honestly, it sounded like fun doing a week-long League
You think
grind.
you can carry him that much? You think he has the potential?
I think so.
Is he gamer enough?
Dude, he's like weirdly like insanely committed. He's like going to sleep watching VODs and like listening to League analysis.
He's too far gone.
This is shit that I never used to do.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know, that's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
But because I wanted to roughly keep up with him.
You think you can still get to plat?
Yeah,
that's the big
easy. Right now, I think I have I've been playing on the American servers in Japan.
Yeah.
Which is like 160 ping.
Yeah.
It's brutal. But I've got like a 65% win rate.
Okay, but that's NA though, you know.
Okay. But then when I go there, it'll be like Rock Lee. I take the weights off and I just fucking lock in and hard carry him. Because right now, because I'm on that ping, I can't play like Fiora or anything like that. Like I can't do any like quick champions.
Right.
I'm literally playing like
mechanically intense.
I'm playing like the champions.
Right.
Like fucking I'm just spamming Zach.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just fucking big. I'm just playing big tanks that don't do shit.
Yeah, thank you for the translation.
But it's honestly, it's kind of fun playing League again.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. I want to be done with it though as well. It is fun to play. But
Is it because Arcane just got released and you're like,
yeah, Arcane was
shit.
hyped too. Arcane was hyped. It's cool to play League right now for the next month, and then it's.
And that's not cool.
Then it's not cool again.
Yeah. Well, because Worlds was so high.
Yeah,
like, Worlds was amazing.
It was.
And then Arcane comes out, and so it's kind of like League's kind of cool for another month. So I'm gonna enjoy it.
The League players come out of the bunkers.
Yeah,
They're like,
pretty much. Yeah,
so it's
pretty
safe
much.
now.
The
fallout is done.
Then I'm done. I don't want to touch it again.
We're relapsing once again.
Yeah.
So hopefully, by the time you're watching this episode in a week, we'll have got to platinum. That'll be fun. Platinum's easy. It's easy.
I've never got to platinum.
Don't look at me,
But
dog.
to be fair, I've never got
You're boosted though.
I've never got invested enough to grind because I fucking hate grinding any competitive game.
To me, it's like not even a grind. For me, it's like, I don't know, something about it. It's like a trance. You just keep like queuing up and like playing it. I don't know. It's not even like I don't know how.
I think that's called Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's something like that. It definitely must
Because
be.
like I remember having this point where I believe it was League, but it doesn't matter what kind of game it is. Any competitive game where you get addicted to it. And then you have a day where you just do nothing but play this one video game.
And then you like don't get any.
And then you gain like 5 LP or something by the end after about like 6 games. And you go to bed and I just thought to myself, wow.
What a waste of time.
I literally just wasted a day, you know?
You just like quietly start crying.
Yeah. And that's when I was just like, okay, I'm going to give up every competitive game and just start playing single player games because
It is more fulfilling. It is more
to
fulfilling.
me, you play a single player game and you always feel like you've made some progress in that single player game,
Yeah,
whether it's like
for sure.
going through more of the
I
story,
agree.
more of the levels. Competitive games for me, it's just like sometimes you feel good, but it's not worth the days where you just finish and you just feel like you've achieved nothing.
I think there's something like deep inside of me that just inherently loves outplaying another player in something.
Yeah.
That like it does something to my brain. That I just can't get that from a hard like challenge like a Jump King game or a JRPG.
Right.
Where I think I always need that occasionally. Like I need my fix because obviously I've been on a huge single player kind of kick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
occasionally I need to come back and I need to get a taste.
I need to feel the toxicity.
Yeah, dude, I'm in these lobbies. I'm becoming toxic again. Like I'm slowly like when I first got back into the playing League, I would type. Now I'll do full on fucking essays. Be like, you're fucking worthless. You should. And
Caps lock is always on.
And I'm aware that I'm playing on my account.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm fully like okay if someone like tweeted it out, I'd be like, Connor, why are you being a in the League of Legends game? I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do? It's League of
Yeah,
Legends.
it's League.
This guy was 0-5, like inting my lane. Like he deserves to be called the swine that he is.
See, I'm the pretty opposite type of gamer. I'm like, come on, guys, if we work together, we can win, guys. Come on.
And then everyone else
Don't
in the team
tilt,
is like,
guys.
"Shut the fuck up, pussy."
Just don't tilt. Just don't
It's just
tilt.
like there was like a guy I was playing yesterday. He was playing against a champion called Fizz.
Okay.
He's kind of like a noob champ. Sure. Like in low elo, he's like people just don't know what to do. And this guy was like, "Man, Fizz is OP. I don't know how to." This guy's like 0-6 playing Cassiopeia. And he's like, "It's impossible to play against Fizz. He's too OP." I was like, "Dude, we're in silver. He's not OP. No one in fucking Challenger plays this character. He's dog shit. You keep positioning wrong."
Yeah.
I was just going off on him, being like, "You're just dumb. Think." Like I wrote a whole essay being like you are so fucking moronic. You are in the enemy jungle and you got caught and you think the champion's OP. No, what's OP is your ability to be fucking dumb.
He's regressing. He's regressing as a person.
I thought
Oh no.
getting the bot cancer, I really did something. All of his good spirit also just like sucked out.
It was like a vacuum. One cancer left and another entered.
This all happens when
The Ouroboros.
when the motherfucker picks up League again, man.
Dude. Oh my god.
Fucking god.
There is something about it, but you know what? Because I've been playing on the America servers, they just don't know how to be toxic like the EU people do. The EU people are so much more creative with their toxicity. It's another level.
I'd say the Asians are pretty creative with their toxicity.
Yeah, true.
If you hear, especially some,
They'll say insults that I don't even know what it means. They'll be like, "You are friend of dog." I'll be like, "What is that?"
I don't know what that means, but I'm offended.
Like, I feel like that's bad. Like, is that bad in some culture? Like, what do they mean?
have you seen some of the Chinese flame? They get poetic with their flame, man. I'm like, holy shit, this is literature.
They're writing
right now.
poems.
They are literally
That's
like
their
writing
life, man.
poems for their flames. It's I don't know, man. Chinese flame goes hard, man. I'm like, I can't even be mad. That's just impressive.
It's like Japanese YouTube hate comments. I'm just like, damn, this is some generational hate. this is like I'm offended. My unborn son is probably offended. Like, this is bad.
Yeah, I just remember like when I started League and playing, like, I guess in more recent years, I'm like, damn, people have just gotten better.
Oh, people are very good at League.
I'm like,
these bronze games, people know how to manipulate waves.
yeah. I was playing silver and someone was freezing the wave. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how do you know how to freeze the wave? It's fucking silver 4.
It's concerning. You're like, why do you know how to do this?
That's why I was like, do you think you can still get to plat? Because plat back in the day and plat now is probably like very different.
I think a lot of people still have like very bad macro knowledge
Right.
of the game. I think laning's gotten a lot harder.
Laning is like,
I think macro people are still as shit as ever.
Yeah.
Because macro is the hardest part, I think. Like knowing when to rotate or like TP to a fight.
yeah.
Or where
Speak
to
English, goddammit.
position. I think that kind of stuff's hard.
English, motherfucker.
Also any like non-meta champions, I think people really struggle against.
Okay.
Like that's why I think like playing like Zach top is busted because people just don't know how to play against Zach.
Is Zach not meta? He was played in Worlds.
Was he?
I mean, he was
Zach picked like once.
Zach top was like a thing in like the LEC for a while. Sorry, we're going off.
Yeah, can we talk about something else? Anything else? I beg of you.
Zach top. It's dirty.
Don't get me back.
I don't care about Zach's sexual
Don't get me
preferences
back
of being
into
top
League.
or bottom.
What games you been playing, Joey? Come on.
Fuck all, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I haven't had time to play games recently. But yeah, I've touched Dragon Quest, I guess.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing really.
Well, the Game of the Year nominations just came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is Metaphor on there?
Metaphor is on
Fuck yeah,
there.
let's go.
What is the Game of the Year nominations this year?
That's my Game of the Year.
Elden Ring DLC.
Valtro.
7 Rebirth.
Oh, that was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rebirth was this
So
year.
has this year been-
Black Myth Wukong
So
and Astro.
Has this year been a good year for gaming?
I mean, I've played 2 of these and I
How many of these
thoroughly
have I
enjoyed them.
played? I have played 2 of them. No. Yes.
Valtro came out this year.
Yeah, it came out this year.
I remember playing it in January.
That is this
That
year.
is this year.
But I feel like I was late to it. So
January is the first month.
no, I know. But I feel like I'm saying that because I was January and I was late to it. So I'm like,
Well, 7 Rebirth came out in February, I believe.
Yeah.
What do you want to win there? Metaphor?
I mean, I don't really have a say because I've played a third of these
I think
games.
I'd like Metaphor to win it.
I would like
Metaphor to win.
Okay, out of Final Fantasy and Metaphor, which one do you want? Which one do you
Metaphor.
Which one do you think? Do you genuinely think it's the better game as well?
I think it's a much better game. I think even in the Final Fantasy VII thing, I preferred Remake over Rebirth.
Right.
So I think Metaphor should win personally.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's gonna be either Wukong or Elden Ring.
Elden Tree.
Sorry.
I don't think the DLC should have been.
I don't
I don't think it's so either, but
yeah.
you know,
I haven't played the DLC. I've finished the base game now. And fucking amazing game. Incredible game, but I'm not sure if the DLC is worthy of, by category, should be able to be nominated for Game of the Year. I've been playing Black Myth Wukong as well. So it's all right. It's a solid game.
Yeah.
Like, if you say Metaphor and Final Fantasy Rebirth are like fucking amazing top tier games, I would say Wukong is like a solid game. Like I don't know if I'm biased because I came into it right after playing Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So it's like you're playing one of like the most goated fucking action RPGs of all time to another one.
Yeah, true.
It definitely is a step down for my Elden Ring experience, but it's been fun. But I wouldn't say that it's my game of the year.
It's like reading Claymore after finishing Berserk. You know, it's good, but it's not Berserk. You know,
that's actually such a good analogy. Holy shit!
No, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say this year has been just the goated year if you're a JRPG fan.
Oh my god, we were eating so well as JRPG players.
Yeah,
but like you can't play all the JRPGs. It's the problem, right?
Yeah.
I've played most of them that came out this year.
Most, but not all.
How many JRPGs you played this year?
So I played 7 Rebirth.
Okay.
I played Unicorn Overlord. I played Metaphor, Refantasia.
Unicorn Overlord. I need to play that. I need to play that.
Persona 3 Reload. Finished that. Finished Metaphor, and I'm currently working through Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. So I finished 5 and I'm playing my 6th this year.
Holy shit.
I'm committed, boys. I'm locked in.
That's hard, man.
We've been eating well this year.
No wonder you haven't had time to do anything else, Joey. There's so many JRPGs coming out right now.
I've been eating so well.
Yeah. I mean, even me, I've only played Persona 3 Reload, and I want to play Unicorn Overlord as well, because I've heard really, really good things about that.
Such a good game.
What are the role-playing nominations for this year? Out of curiosity.
Is there a nomination for RPGs?
Games?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Do they?
I mean, there's a lot of categories. Yeah, here we go. Best
Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I played a little bit of that and Metaphor.
Damn, no Persona 3 Reload?
No Persona 3 Reload, no Unicorn Overlord.
Damn, man.
Was Persona 3 Reload that good?
I mean, it's Persona 3.
It's Persona 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It's the best game.
It's my favorite story so far in the Persona series.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, because I guess looking at all these, I've been...
I mean, it's nice that at least there's some original entries on there. I remember last time we were kind of dismayed by the fact that there's so many remakes and sequels and stuff.
Yeah.
But some good...
like this year...
I'm shocked Baltro got Game of the Year, though. I'm just kind of surprised by that.
Well, you were addicted to that for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
I've only heard good things
I just feel like normally I don't know, in the Game Awards, sometimes they are a bit reluctant to put like big indie games on the Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Arky put
Baltro-
like 120 hours into Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, wow.
And I've heard, again, good things about it, but I've never played it. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I played a little bit of it, but I was like, shit, I need to replay 7 because it's like a direct sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been slowly making my way through 7.
It's good. I enjoyed 7 a lot.
Yeah.
I just have no desire to play the new one after doing the original. I don't know why.
Yeah, but well, you
Oh,
only
the
just
7?
only just like recently finished it, didn't you?
Right. So I'm kind of like, damn, that was pretty good. But
I mean, it's a lot. It's quite different, though.
yeah,
It is quite
Would
different.
you say it's comparable to the Ava movies, to the original Ava?
Yeah. Actually, I think that is the best way to describe it. It's like it's the same vibe and feeling from the original game, but obviously with just a lot more updated graphics. And obviously, you know, the gameplay is a little bit different as well.
Yeah.
It's more action RPG now instead of turn-based. So
Yeah. Because I think the hardest thing is just finding time to play all these games, but
I found a way somehow.
Somehow you found a way.
Yeah.
On top of all the different gacha games as well.
Because 7 Rebirth, I think I spent like 50, 60 hours on. Something like
I
that.
heard it was a really, really long game.
Yeah, well, because they added so much what is it, cinematics?
Yeah.
So like all the cutscenes. So like, goddamn, some of these cutscenes are fucking long. Even in Metaphor as well. Like the opening cutscene is like, yeah, there you go, 47 hours.
Oh my god.
Because like even Metaphor, the opening cutscene is like 45 minutes. So
I
loved it.
I love short games. I love a 4-hour banger.
I mean, I do too. But you know, I put 90 hours in Metaphor, and that was a great 90 hours spent. I will say that.
Well, it's crazy because sometimes I'll walk away and you know how like your memory and like capacity for things.
Mm-hmm.
I'll feel the same way about some long games that I will have about like 2-hour experience games. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like in my head. So I'm like, why can't my memory distinguish any of those feelings as like long or short?
Right.
Whereas I'll be like, no, I just liked that thing.
Yeah.
And that's all I'll feel.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, why do I?
Well, so I feel
It depends how much you get into it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Some games, like, you know, some games you can truly get into, immerse yourself in the story and world. And some games are just really like quick but still powerful experiences.
Yeah.
And you know, both are great. Both are great types of games.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do like the short, quick indie games as well.
Oh yeah,
When
no,
it
dude.
comes
Like
to-
you know, the Metaphor for me personally will be a game I'll probably remember for a while, just because you know it was long and you know because it's so story and character intensive that I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I mean, it looks cool. I do want to play it.
Oh,
but
it's
just
beautiful.
long.
Yeah,
Too long.
it is long. But you know, I had a really, really profound experience playing it. It was a great game. But at the same time, you know, fucking Super Mario RPG, a 4.5 hour game, just as memorable.
Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
That's like 12 hours.
No,
Yeah.
12 hours.
Super Mario RPG, the remake, the Square Enix
The
one.
remake, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 10 hours.
I finished it in like 5.
What?
Yeah.
No. That's like, no, you
But
don't know.
I've played the original, so I knew what to do.
I think it's, no
I
way
definitely
you beat
did not take 12 hours to finish that game. I literally spent maybe 5-6 hours. Did I accidentally speedrun that game?
It took me, I was going pretty fast and it took me like 12.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's because like I knew
That was a fun. I love fun.
that was a fantastic.
I had a great
remake.
time with
Yeah.
this, 'cause I was like-
that's a short game and it's
there
great.
was,
There you go.
you're like close to speedrun.
No, it's like 3 hours.
That's the old one.
That's
Yeah,
the-
you would be in the top 100 speedrunners, Joey. I don't believe
I
you.
definitely did not spend 12 hours though.
So you finish it in a single day.
Oh, I
Like a
finished it
working
in a day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
easily. I finished it in like,
You're like close to the top.
I literally finished that in like an afternoon. And I was like, I was like, damn, was this game always this short? But no, dude, but even though short ass game, fucking fantastic, you know?
Yeah.
Literally
Yeah.
a tenth of the length of Metaphor.
I really enjoyed that.
But it was a great
RPG.
game.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just about like how much of it, you know, is it's one, how much you get into it, and two, how much the game allows you to immerse yourself into it, I think.
How long did it take you to beat Metaphor compared to the other Persona games?
Well, Metaphor I took 90 hours. Persona
What the
like
fuck?
3 Reload, for example, because I've already played the original 3.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew the story beats, even though they changed a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But 3 Reload, I think I spent 60 hours. Persona 5, I spent about 110.
I do think now playing other JRPGs and playing other games, I do think maybe like the Persona games and maybe Metaphor. I don't know what the story's like. I think it's maybe just a tad bit too long.
Really?
Yeah, I really felt it during Persona 3 Reload with someone like, you know, you get to this point where I think you get to this point in Persona 3 where you're like, okay, I feel like I'm getting close to end game, and then they add like 2-3 extra dungeons, and you're like, fuck.
Oh, Metaphor does that for sure. There's like a I think I was like 60 hours in, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh fuck. I think this is about to be it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was fucking grinding a little bit. I'm like, I'll grind just in case.
Yeah.
Right? It's like the last
Yeah.
one because I don't know how leveled I am. So I spent a little bit of time grinding and I got to it and then they were like, just kidding. There's another 30 hours to go. Like, cool.
Yeah, because I also felt that during. Did you feel that during Elden Ring at all? Where
Yeah, there was definitely points where I had to grind.
yeah,
Because I would get to certain areas. Because it's also non-linear. So you actually don't know
yeah,
if you're just under-leveled or if you're
Yeah.
on the right path. But there is no right path. So I guess it's kind of like... Because then I would grind, and then I missed the area behind the start. Like, when you go out to fight. If you turn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I totally missed that.
Right.
And so when I went back, it was like Saitama turning out. It was just like, I was one-shotting everyone.
It was definitely easy mode.
So it was kind of like, I did grind because I wanted to do certain things, and then maybe I was over-leveled to some things, under-leveled for other stuff. It was never like quite a balance.
Yeah, because like to me with Elden Ring, I felt like it was like pretty good progression up to like a certain point where I was like, okay, I must be pretty close to the end game. I'm in the end game area. And then suddenly they just add a whole new fucking area out of nowhere.
Which area are you talking about?
Snow area.
Oh yeah, the snow area.
And then it's like
that was, I think, one of the weakest areas.
It felt to me like I was satisfied with the experience I got. Then I'm like, okay, we're gonna add a whole new other area, but it also it didn't feel as polished as the
it's
previous.
kind of barren.
Yeah.
Like they just tacked it on at the end.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of like a snow place that's like constantly blizzarding. You can't really see. I like that idea, but it did feel kind of like
to me, like the 40 to 60 hour range is just like that golden point, and anything above that, I feel like for most of the games I play, I realize I think I'm just playing it just to complete it rather than I'm as invested in it.
Right.
Most of the Final Fantasies that I've played have been 30 to 40, and I feel like that's a pretty good sweet spot because like you can really get like sink your teeth into it, but it never overstays.
Yeah.
That's why I had such a profound experience, I think, with like 13 Sentinels, because that was like a 30-hour game. And I was like, I feel like if it went any longer than this, I would have gotten a little bit tired, especially with a plot that convoluted. I'm like, with a plot that convoluted, and if it was like 90 hours, I think I would have just like had ego death. Like I would have just died on the spot. Like I can't.
It's like I can't even remember the plot of.
Yeah, I can barely like make heads or tails of like what the fuck is happening. Let alone it's like 3 times the length.
Trying to keep up with the different plot progressions of that, I'm just like, if I don't finish this in like one sitting or like a few sittings, I'm going to forget everything.
I literally finished that game in 3 days. Because every day I woke up and I'm like, if I don't immediately continue playing this the next day, I'm going to forget everything.
Yeah.
But it was great. Loved it.
You gonna play Erdtree?
I will eventually.
This
is so many games I want to play, man. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Sure.
And I'm trying
What
to.
What are the other
schedules.
categories? Actually, I'm kind of curious.
Too many games to play, and yet you choose League. You know?
Yeah, right.
It's like a kind of weird, horrible thing where you can't get into some games because they're too long, but League of Legends is truly the longest game of all time.
Yeah.
But the trick of it is that you can pick it up for 30 minutes and be done completely, right? But it's never 30 minutes. But you could have a 40-minute experience be done. And so I think that's a very tempting thing nowadays.
To me, there's so many games I want to play, but sometimes you just want that comfort game.
Yeah.
I think that I was addicted to Elden Ring at the time because during my free time, when I just didn't know what to do, I could be like, I could just boot up Elden Ring for a bit. But I don't know. Sometimes it takes me like such a long time to get to that point in a game where I'm like invested into it. Sometimes it can take like 3-4 hours before I like truly start getting into like the gameplay loop and getting like addicted to the game.
No, I get that because I was like that with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Like I think I tried that game like 3 or 4 times, and every single time I'm just like, man, I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not really into this game. And then one time I was just like, after I think the 4th or 5th attempt, I was like, okay, I think I finally get it now. I don't know why I didn't give up on this game. I was like, no, surely this is a game I'll enjoy.
Yeah.
But just for some reason, it just wasn't clicking.
It happens.
For whatever reason. And then the 4th or 5th time, randomly, my brain was like, I get it now. I understand.
You conditioned yourself into it.
Yeah. And it was great.
What's the best VR AR game? I'm actually curious about that. So I feel like it's been a pretty bad year for VR.
Let's see.
I mean, I don't normally play
I haven't
VR
heard of
games.
any of these.
I've not heard of any of these games.
Right.
I feel like VR is just in its own bubble.
Yeah.
You know?
VR feels like it's kind of struggling a little bit.
I wanna see go back to the categories. I wanna see best score in music.
Ooh.
Is Metaphor on here? Yeah,
Metaphor
it is.
is on
Let's
there.
go.
Yeah, all of these are Japanese, right? No,
Yeah.
except for Shift Up.
No Persona 3 Reload, though?
No, Persona 3. It's all right. Meguro is there with Metaphor, though. I'll take that.
Metaphor representation.
Oh, and Silent Hill too. That soundtrack is amazing. All right, cool. I'm satisfied. I just wanted to see if Metaphor was on there. I'm satisfied. Is there any other categories you guys are interested in? What about indie games?
Yeah, what's
Best independent game.
There's 2, independent debut and best indie game. Okay.
Let's see best independent game.
Yeah.
Animal World.
Electro.
Oh, Animal Well was like a big hit this year, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
Never.
yeah.
That I've heard a lot of things about that Never game. It looks really, really. I didn't know it was out though. Is it out? Fuck. That is actually a game I've been wanting to play. Fuck, another game.
Well,
to
if it's on the Game Awards nomination,
Did it come out?
yeah, October 5th.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well,
great. Another game to add to the never-ending list.
Go to the next category as well.
yeah, best indie game debut. What's the
see.
difference between them?
I guess it would be the first game from the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mana Lords has been so popular. I've seen this quite a lot pop up.
Mana Lords.
Yeah, it's like a civ building game. You build like a civilization kind of thing. So very popular.
okay.
Oh,
That sounds
cute.
like my type of game. I love Civ type games.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of it, but never actually played it.
Let's see what's best game direction and best narrative. I'd be curious to see what best narrative is this year as
Metaphor,
well.
let's go.
Damn,
It's basically all the best game.
it's all game of the year.
It's all game of
this
the
is
year
just
games.
game of the year,
Yeah,
all over
it is.
again. What's best narrative? I wonder.
Let's go. It's literally.
All right, well,
wow.
Metaphor is getting.
I swear to God, if Metaphor doesn't win a single one,
It must do. It must do at this
oh
point.
my God,
It must do.
just one. I just need her to win one, please.
Yeah, I'd be hype if it wins Game of the Year.
I'd be
you know?
hype as shit.
Most anticipated game, bottom left.
All right, let's check that out.
Oh, GTA 6.
GTA 6.
Oh, Ghost of Yote.
I mean, GTA 6 should win that one. I feel like that's like
Yeah.
the most anticipated thing.
Sure.
I mean, that's like the meme, right?
Yeah.
No, ain't no
Yeah.
way we got X before GTA 6. Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna
Death
check out.
Strand- I
I'm
didn't
definitely
even
gonna
know-
check out Ghost of Yote.
Death Stranding's having another game?
Yeah, on the
Oh,
beach.
you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
You
no.
know,
it's
he
the-
announced it
it's
like
the-
2
it's
years
the
ago,
beach
right? 2-3 years ago. Yeah.
Death Stranding beach episode.
Sound wild.
I mean, Metro Prime 4 is what I'm looking
See,
forward to.
I've heard more people talking about Death Stranding than people who have actually played it.
Yeah.
I don't know a single person who's actually played
Well, it
it.
leaves an impression, I think.
Yeah. I only know one person who's played it. I am kind of curious to check it out though.
Yeah, it's always been that. I'm like, I'm curious to check it out, but not today.
Yeah.
I feel like playing something else today.
Sure.
Yeah,
Completed. Bring popcorn.
bring popcorn.
Well, yeah. The only thing I know about Death Stranding is that the last cutscene is like 2.5 hours
It's
long.
ridiculous.
It's like I'm like Kojima, just make a movie.
So he just
Just make a movie at this point.
I mean, he's always wanted to.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what Death Stranding is.
Yeah,
Apparently.
yeah. I mean, have you ever played any of the Metal Gear Solid games?
Yeah. I played Snake Eater.
Snake Eater.
I've
Yeah.
only played
Oh.
Revengeance.
The
Nanomachine.
Yeah,
son.
Nanomachine, son. I really want to play that.
Dude,
that looks
it's like
so
It's
good.
like an 8-hour game. It's like super. You can do it in one sitting.
Yeah.
I always wanted to when it came out. I always wanted to play MGS5. I just never got around to playing it. But I've only heard again good things about it. Have you played it?
MGS5 is the only one I haven't played
Right.
actually, because I heard it was like, you know, this was when Kojima still worked with Konami, and then they kind of like got axed midway
Yeah.
through, and then they
What is Best Family? The fuck? Sorry, I just saw that and I was like, what?
best family game.
Oh, Best Family game. Oh, okay.
Best family, just the best family.
It's like the Smiths, the Johnsons,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
the Simpsons.
You know what I mean? Like what do you mean by that? Oh god.
Echoes of Wisdom is a family game.
I think they just mean cutesy, maybe.
I guess.
Yeah, just
That game was fun,
Just
though.
one you can play with the kids.
The new
you
Mario
know.
Party is fire.
Oh, really? Jamboree?
It's so good.
Is is it any different? Because maybe Nintendo just sold it to me in a weird way, but it just looked like Super Mario Party like best of compilation. Is it actually a different
that was
game?
the last one. The last one was the best of. That was
Oh,
literally
okay.
like what it was kind of sold as.
So this is a different one?
Yeah, or like totally new mini games, all brand new. Like it's really good. And it's weird because Mario Party is one of those games where I feel like you change one or two, you tweak one or two of the mechanics, and it feels either really slow or fast or boring.
Yeah.
And this one feels pretty good to play.
Okay.
I've had a lot of fun with this one so far.
Okay.
Bet.
How was it compared to like the other Mario Party games?
I'd say it's out of the recent like 3. It's probably up there with the last one. The last one was really good too.
Yeah, the last one was good.
I like the maps on this one though.
Okay.
I like this one. It's fun. It's fun. We'll play on Patreon.
Yeah, we'll play on Patreon.
We'll try it out.
Patreon.com/trash taste.
Yeah, I mean games. A lot of games. A lot of good games.
A lot of good games.
A lot of good games.
What's your guys' game of the year if you had to pick? Like your personal game of the year? Because mine's Metaphor, obviously.
This is Metaphor. Mine would probably be Metaphor if I had played it, because I know I'm gonna love that game.
Yeah.
But I haven't had time to play it yet.
Right.
Which games I've played this year?
Let me open up the database.
A lot of the games that I've played this year were not from this year. I've been doing a lot of that. That was kind of the same for me last year, where I don't always play the games as they come out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I played Satisfactory came out this year, and I played the fuck out of that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I played Elden Ring this year, and that was probably, that didn't come out this year, but I can most safely say that was my gaming experience of the year. This year.
For sure.
Yeah, like most of the games I played this year did not come out.
I like how you have to look through your fucking
VODs. Yeah, that's
to
how
see what games you played.
Yeah, because like I played like fucking Chrono Trigger, like
Goated.
yeah, it was goated. Like
that was this year.
Darkest Dungeon 2.
Holy shit!
know.
That feels like last year that you talked
Yeah,
about Chrono
right?
Trigger. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I played this year. Yeah, I played more Pokemon this year. You know what I mean? Like, so Helldivers came out this year. That's pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
What else came out this year?
Yeah, right at the start of the year. Helldivers was fun.
That was a thing that came and then went.
And then it died of cringe.
Yeah.
Well, because the devs fucking.
Yeah.
We won't get into that. They
We all know what happened.
They tanked that game, bro.
Yeah.
Because they removed everything fun from it.
Wait, what did they do? Because I did not know. about the
Basically, like,
controversy.
obviously, like you can't update a game super fast. Like it's kind of hard to do that. But basically, the one thing that they did, which at least ruined it for me, was like every gun that was kind of good, they just nerfed them. But
Right.
it's PvE, so it's not like there's a punishment for having a good gun.
Yeah.
And instead of making other guns more viable, they just made every gun feel like shit to use.
So they just made the gun. So they just made the game harder.
They just made the game super fucking hard,
Yeah.
which is fine. But it kind of feels lame when you had these guns which felt good and were really engaging to use.
Yeah.
And all these like systems, and then nothing works anymore, and it's shit. And you're like, oh, okay, great. Like,
Yeah.
why don't we just make the other stuff good? Like,
I mean, I was barely able to play before they nerfed the game. And now I wouldn't have no fucking chance.
So, but anyway, I mean, like, I feel like it's been an okay year for gaming. I'll say that again. I'll say that again.
It's been okay. It's been okay year for
It's
gaming.
okay. I mean, the most of the games I've played this year have not come out this year. So, like,
Fair enough.
I feel confident in saying it's been an okay.
It's been a goated
If you're a
game for
JRPG
me.
fan, it's been goated.
It's been goated this year.
If
for
you
me.
are not a JRPG exclusive gamer, I think it's been a.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Like when we have a DLC in the game of the year, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like Elden Ring DLC deserves props, but we couldn't find another 6. Like we couldn't find another thing that was worthy. Like I don't know.
Elden Ring 2 OP, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn.
2 OP.
They should have just released it as Elden Ring 2 or some shit. I don't know, fucking- anyway. But you went to Okinawa and I went to Okinawa at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Complete
both
accident.
got fucked over by the weather.
Yep.
So yeah, when we record Trash Taste, we always like talk about our schedules when we're available to do it. And Joe was like, "Oh, I'm going to Okinawa." I was like, "Oh shit, no way, I'm going to Okinawa." During the exact same period.
Yeah.
And I was like, where are you going? And then we accidentally booked the exact same hotel.
Yeah. On the exact same day.
At the same day. And then there was a landslide in Okinawa, so we couldn't go.
Yeah, there was a giant, like, I guess, like concentration of rain that happened the day before. And we found out 10 minutes before we landed. And as we're waiting at the baggage carousel, Aki gets this email and was like, so you can't go up here, and everyone who is currently here, we're trying to evacuate them. So, sorry. Peace. So we're like, fuck, what are we going to do? So last minute, I booked a hotel in Naha, and we just chilled in Naha for 3 days. It was great. Yeah, cracking open Orions at 10 in the morning was sick.
So instead of filming a video, you just had a little vacation.
Well, originally we weren't. I wasn't even going to film a video because this is the same treehouse hotel that Aki and I stayed in last year.
Yeah,
and we had made a video for them back then. Yeah. And they had liked us and the videos we'd made so much that they invited us back because they had built new rooms, I guess, new tree houses. So they were like, yeah, you want to come and check out the new tree houses? And we're like, well, we had a good time last time. So we're like, fuck it, let's go. Fortunately, we couldn't do that. And instead I just got belligerently drunk for 3 days in Naha.
It was like a great vacation.
Sounds like
awesome.
a great vacation.
It was so hot.
Yeah, it was like 28 degrees.
No, dude, the second day we were there, it was 32 degrees. People were at the beach. And in November, and I was in this cab, and there was, because obviously this is Okinawa, and unlike in Tokyo, people the cab drivers in Okinawa love talking to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're constantly talking to me. I found out though why they constantly talk to me. It's because out of the 4 cab drivers that we had on our trip there, 3 of them were like, "Oh, I thought you were Okinawan." Apparently, I have the face of an Okinawan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I've never gotten that before. And he's like, yeah, I think that's why a lot of people here talk to you because they think you're a local. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's cool. But on the 32 degree day, I jumped in the cab and it was this, kind of older gentleman, of course, taxi driver in Japan.
Yeah.
And he's driving us. And I was like, well, I should probably open up a conversation. We're in this cab for the next 40 minutes. So I was like, man, it's so hot today, isn't it? The dude's just like, oh my God, let me tell you about it. Just goes off on this giant rant. It's like, I've been here for 60 years. This is fucking unacceptable. It's like when I was a teenager, peak summer in Okinawa would be like 33 degrees.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh wow, that actually sounds great. And he's like, yeah, I know. It's 32 degrees today, and it's fucking November. Yeah. It's like, what is this shit? Yeah. It's like, we're doomed. And then he started going off on about like global warming and this like doomsday rant and shit like that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop talking.
It is worrying.
You've unleashed the beast.
The
beast. By saying one sentence.
Yeah. I didn't go for vacation. I went to film with Chris, so that was interesting. We went to the same island that you went to that one time on Journey Across Japan, the one that's like really far north. And then there's a giant bridge going to this tiny island. There's a giant cool-ass bridge that leads to the smallest island. And it's like, surely the cost of making this bridge is a lot more than whatever's on this island.
I don't remember which one that was.
It's in one of the...
Not Ishigaki.
No, it was Okinawa. Oh, Ishigaki? It's near Ishigaki.
Near Ishigaki?
Yeah, it's near Ishigaki.
Kumejima? Maybe?
Okay, wait. See like... You see where? So open up the map. Yeah, I'll try and zoom in and enhance for you.
I mean, you could just go Google Maps as well. Yeah, that'd probably be easier.
You know where Nago is?
Nago, yeah.
There's those 2 little foot islands, and there's a tiny one.
Oh, Island?
The one that looks like a dick.
I mean, no, that's Island. Island. I thought that said Island.
What are we, a rage coming now?
So like,
I went to Island.
Yeah. So zoom in. No. So like Nago, the middle.
Yeah.
The middle, Nago.
The middle. Yep. Right.
Yeah. No.
Where's his Nago? Yeah. Nago's
left. Okay, then go north from there. And north a little bit more.
Oh, that one there?
No. North a little bit more.
A little bit more?
That one. The Cordy.
Cordy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember that one.
That was a cool-ass island.
That was a cool island.
Look, click on the beach. Look at this bridge. It's fucking insane. It should be in some of the pictures.
Oh, yeah. I do remember this.
It's like the most insane bridge.
Yeah.
So
okay, yes.
long
I do remember this.
to this tiny island.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So we stayed there. It was really cool. Okinawa was awesome.
That beach is fucking beautiful as well.
Yeah. It's
unbelievable.
Like this bridge is like insane.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Okay, I was like, the UK could never. But it was really fun. I enjoyed Okinawa. Okinawa soba was really fucking good. But yeah, I did some water sports as well. That was fun.
Oh yeah,
managed to get Chris to do some water sports as well.
Again? No fucking way.
Yeah, I managed to convince him.
He had a traumatic experience last time.
Yeah, we went on like the banana boat thing, whatever the fuck it was.
The speedboat thing?
Yeah, and
he didn't like that?
He was like begging them to go slow, and I kept being like, no, faster, please. Faster.
Well, yeah, because
like-
if you don't know, that's the last time he did that, he perforated his eardrum.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So
And I had to take him to an ear doctor, and I saw the video. He's like, yeah, I think I like hurt my eardrum. Took him to an ear doctor. The doctor looked at it, with the scope, and there was a big TV there, so I could see inside of his ear, just this giant hole in his ear. And I was like, oh, my bad, OG.
I did wakeboarding for the first time. And,
Wakeboarding's good fun.
And I've never felt like I've been beaten up so much in my life. This shit was, oh my God.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's the one where you the boat drags you and you're on like a surfboard.
Yeah.
Like it was, oh my God.
I've always wanted to try it.
Dude, I did not expect it to be that physical.
What do you mean?
Because like you kind of have to like crunch yourself into a ball and grab onto this rope, and then they just pull you, and you have to quickly like hold on for so fucking hard to hold on to this thing, whilst the board slowly like drags to the top of the water, and then once it's out of the water and like kind of going, you stand up. Right. But then you've still got to pull your entire like body weight and like stay balanced.
You got to lean back.
Yeah.
It's
so
meanwhile,
hard.
Meanwhile, you have to control your legs because this board is fucking.
It's going crazy.
Yeah.
And then like, the jet ski that's pulling me, if it like turned a little too aggressively, it would send like 3 ripples that would like fucking destroy me.
Yeah, up in the air.
But the one thing that I kept doing is like, I was trying to understand what she was telling me to do because it's really tough, but I would try and stand up too quick. And then what would end up happening is that the jet ski would pull me and I wouldn't let go.
Yeah.
But the board was in the water and wanted to pull me the other way.
Yeah.
So it was like a medieval torture device where I was getting pulled in both directions and it hurt so fucking much.
You're getting like hung, drawn, and quartered.
And like the next day, it felt like I'd actually been beaten up. Like genuinely. I was so sore and my body hurt so fucking much.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? Is that like water sports, especially if you're doing it all day or even like all afternoon, my God, you forget just how much of your body you use in any water sport. Even if you're just like sitting there on a banana boat, right? Like you're holding on to dear life. So you're still using a lot of muscle. And the next day you're just fucked.
I've always wanted to try though. Was it fun?
Yeah. I think it would have been nicer on a nicer day. It was the waves were quite bad the day I did it and it was quite gloomy.
Right.
So it would have been nice if it was like lovely beach in summer.
Yeah. The rain was kind of, wasn't too sure if I wanted to stay or not.
Yeah, there's so much rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is the winter. Well, is it winter now? Yeah,
technically.
Technically,
Have you been to Okinawa?
I've never been to
Go.
Okinawa.
It's cool.
Oh, it's lovely.
It was like Hawaii, but good, I felt like.
It's Hawaii, but affordable.
Well, Hawaii felt like it'd been turned to like adult Disneyland, whereas Okinawa just felt kind of like just a really awesome. At least, I mean, I wasn't in Naha, like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think especially like around Nuggle, like around where you were,
Yeah,
is
it's
like
really
it's very, very nice. I think Naha's a little bit touristy nowadays, but still a lot better than Hawaii, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, because whenever I want to go to a beach, normally I just fly to Thailand and visit family at the same time.
That's true.
Let's go to Thailand.
So I've always wanted to go to.
You can meet in the middle.
Huh?
You can meet in the middle.
Yeah, just meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Does Okinawa do? The airport's international as well, right? Oh, okay, that'd be cool then.
I think because most of the tourists in Naha like just fly directly from China. Yeah,
okay.
so I think it's like kind of limited when it comes to international. Like,
There was like so many Chinese tourists.
Yeah, well, because it's just right there.
Yeah, I did. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm done.
What do you recommend doing in Okinawa then?
Just get shit faced, eh?
Just get shit faced.
I mean, for me, my personal favorite thing about Okinawa is the food. It's just like the food culture is just completely different to anything else you can get in Japan. And oh my God, like I've always said the two places in Japan that have perfected Japanese food is Hokkaido and Okinawa.
One side or the other.
One side or the other.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but like those two places I think have just perfected food. And we went to this like Soba, for instance, which is like this Okinawan soba that they only make there. We found this like dingy fucking soba place in like the back streets of like Naha, way far away from any touristy place that my friend recommended me, and it was the best fucking thing I've ever had in my life. It was so good. But just like that kind of stuff. Also, the one thing I also really like about Okinawa is that like they love talking to strangers. Like there's just this like stranger friendliness that I've missed so much living in Tokyo.
Yeah.
That you can just like, if you like, you know, you've experienced the stranger friendliness in like Osaka, right?
Yeah.
It's like that, but like even more sometimes. They just
okay.
love talking to people because they just live in that island life.
I just feel like it's the island vibe.
It is the island life.
You just gotta be chill living on the islands.
I've always said, like, I've always wanted to, if I were to live anywhere in my retirement, I'd probably move to Okinawa.
It was really fun driving around Okinawa as well. The
Okay.
views were awesome and the roads were quiet, so it was just fun driving around.
Yeah, I assume it's not too busy at this time of the year either.
No, it was dead.
Yeah.
Especially like up where I went, it was like no one.
Yeah.
It was cool.
In the summer, it's a bit busy, but, you know, beats staying in Tokyo for the summer.
I mean, anything beats staying in Tokyo for the summer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I've always wanted, could you see yourself like living on an island like this?
No.
Like permanently?
I could live on an island like this.
Retirement home for you on an island?
Yeah. I've legitimately thought about potentially buying like a holiday home in Okinawa.
Oh,
Because
shit.
I've been to Okinawa now probably, I think this time around that I just came back from is
Yeah.
like my 7th or 8th time going.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it. It's so nice.
I can see you vibing with the island life.
Yeah. I mean, I love
He's
the
one
beach.
of them.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks he's one of them.
Look, when a cab driver says, I thought you were a local, I basically got my citizenship at that point. So I'm good, dog.
You know, it's just like, it's a little slower pace there.
Yeah.
Everyone's just more chill.
Yeah.
You can't get things as fast, and it's
Exactly.
just like...
The food is good. The vibes are good. The
all
beaches
about
are
the vibes,
amazing.
man.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I would love to like live on an island just for like a year or something, just to see what that kind of life is like.
Well, I mean, Japan's technically an island.
Well, you're not like a tropical island, Joey.
Well, actually, America is technically an island.
Yes,
if
yes,
you
Joey.
remember.
Thank you very much, Joey.
Just saying.
Being that guy, Joe.
I'm being that guy.
The UK is also an island, Joey. So is Australia, Joey. We've
Yeah.
all grown up on islands.
Not islands
Joey.
I'd want to be on. But
Pretty much the island vibe wherever you go.
Yeah,
as
facts.
well.
yeah.
I've also been helping the anime men film a bunch of videos that.
Oh
now
yeah,
that they're
yeah.
in
You
Japan.
filmed with them, didn't you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I heard from Navi that you filmed a video with them.
Yeah. I want to do them. You know, a solid. You know, help the new generation.
All right,
get their
question.
foot.
How much, on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
how much did you feel like an unk?
I didn't feel like an unk. I felt like a granddad, man. I wish I felt like an unk, man. Holy fucking shit.
That's the thing. It's like, look, nothing against them. Like the dudes, like they're nice guys.
They're really,
Super chill. Like,
really good kids.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call them kids
yeah.
because in my eyes, they are kids.
Really good kids, but
They
man,
got a good heart.
but man, I emphasize with my actual uncle, who tried so hard to relate to me when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Unk, stop doing that, man. I feel like that now. When I talk to them, I'm just like, damn, man, I there's nothing I can say where I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, same wavelength, dog. Like I can't be that way anymore.
Yeah, I realized hanging out with the anime men, I don't want to be that cringe adult that's just like, yeah, I'm still hip with the kids, right? I still talk like you guys.
Yeah, we
act
all
like you
remember
guys.
watching Inuyasha, right?
Yeah.
No? Just me? All right, cool.
No, because it got to the point where they were like, explain to me, like, I think for someone my age, I'm more in touch with like modern slang than other people my age.
for sure.
But they were explaining to me like some of some of like the terminology they were using.
brain
I was
rot.
like, no, this is too much.
Yeah.
Like they were talking about like the modern brain rot language. They were talking
Do you
about
remember any of it?
like huzz, like the huzz.
Huzz?
What?
Yeah,
Like HUZZ?
I think it's HUZZ. What does that mean again? They're explaining this shit to
What?
me.
What the fuck is a huzz?
The huzz, the fuzz, the fuck. Can you?
Well, the fuzz huzz to be in the act of consuming
I don't
alcohol.
even think it was that.
You can-
I don't think it's that. Can you type in huzz brain rot?
What?
The huzz, the bruz, and the
What the
gruz.
fuck is this?
And I was like,
Huzz
no.
is huzz.
Huzz, I think, is just the term for like the boys, I think, right?
No, huzz means hose.
Okay.
Just say hose. Why are we abbreviating a 4-letter word?
All right. So huz, I guess, is the modern brain rot term for like hose, I guess.
Okay.
And the bruz is like the bros.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, then what's gruz?
I have no idea what gruz.
Grows.
The grandma huz. The older.
Me when I pull up to Groz.
Yeah. No, but
Groz
no.
crib.
Very good kids. But it definitely like hang out with them. I definitely, for the first time, felt my age.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is like a whole different generation.
It's so scary. Just like when I was like talking to them and I was talking about
how was it talking to them in Anime Expo?
at Anime Expo. Like, look, again, great kids, love them, but my God, it's just like, again, it made me feel so old.
Yeah.
Like just everything they said, and like every time I tried to like be like, yeah, like I loved that anime, or like, I love that game, I grew up with this thing, and then they'll be like, oh well, I was born in 2000, and I was just like, 2000 and? What do you mean 2000 and? That's not, that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night they were like, "Oh, Garm, when did you start doing YouTube?" And Garm was like, when did you say 2007?
2007.
They were like, "I'm 4." I was like, "That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up."
No, it was also super interesting talking to them as well, because obviously they are definitely in their like peak I am passionate about anime era.
Sure.
I'm like,
we all been there.
Yeah, we've been
yeah,
there.
we all been there. We all been there.
Everyone thinks they'll stay in it forever.
Yeah.
Nah, doesn't
Well,
matter.
I still am. Only
Not
I'm the last
like
remaining
peak
one.
degenerate like love of anime. Like,
Yeah.
I there was a period of my life where everything was anime for me.
Yeah.
And that passed, luckily.
Yeah.
So I
Exactly.
got integrated to society.
You became reformed.
You integrated into society.
You just kind of realize there's just more to life.
Don't say that.
No,
It's like saying Santa Claus isn't real.
Yeah, it's like because sometimes you talk to someone and even a good conversation, and then you slowly realize, like, and this is something that I felt about myself, but more so now when I talk to like quite young people,
Yeah.
is that you're like, damn, I forget, like, you haven't done anything when you're like 20. There's no stories to tell.
Your life's
there's
just started.
Yeah, there's no interesting things. And I feel like if I had only limited myself to consuming media and not like doing anything, I feel like, damn, I wouldn't have anything to talk about. I don't know. I feel like it's a shame, especially when sometimes people get so many amazing opportunities and they don't do them, and you're like, I feel like you're doing a disservice to yourself.
No, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all about the balance at the end of the day.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. But it was super interesting talking to them about like their like, I guess, modern taste in anime. Because I remember we had this like talk about ReZero, right? And they were like, to a lot of their group, it is literally, no joke, like a life-changing anime. like seeing your face, Joey, says it all.
Am I legally allowed to bully them now for saying that?
and I was like, so I like ReZero.
I mean, it's a great show.
Connor likes ReZero.
I like ReZero.
And I think I'm a fan of ReZero. It's a good show.
Yeah.
But seeing them talk about ReZero being like this passionately, like literally, I'm not
They said it was life changing like 9 times.
yeah, they said it was
Jeez.
life changing nine times. They told me why it was life changing. They found it at a time where they needed something where the message of ReZero and the message of Subaru's character development like really hit
Pretending
a lot
not
of
to
them.
pretending not to be someone you're not.
Yeah, for
pretending
sure.
to be someone that you're not. I'm like, damn. Has ReZero turned into like the modern? I use this term with huge inverted commas.
Okay.
The modern Ava or something like that, because this is them talking about ReZero reminds me about how I talked about how Ava like changed my life.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
How like seeing Shinji's story.
Yeah.
And seeing the end of Ava, how that like really affected me.
Sure.
I'm like, holy shit! Like seeing these kids passionately talk about a show like ReZero, which I enjoyed, no doubt. I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Would I call it a life-changing anime for me personally? Personally not.
Yeah.
It was an enjoyable one, but seeing the new generation have this show that has like affected them and in a way shaped their personality, right? Because it's something that has definitely shaped their personality. I'm like, damn, this is super surreal to see.
That is really fascinating. I don't know why I didn't think. I mean, look, again, as you know, echoing your point, ReZero is a great show.
Yeah.
I have no qualms about that. It's just interesting that that's the show they picked. You know?
What other modern shows you think would have that kind of same effect?
See, that's the thing. I don't know. So I would always think, like, you know, again, this is coming from a biased perspective, but like, you know, to me, I would look at that and being like, because there isn't really a modern show in my eyes personally that is like that, I would think that they would still go back to the same shows that we quote as having that kind of profound effect, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like now this new generation has found the new generation's version of what we found profound.
Yeah, exactly.
And that just happened to be ReZero.
Well, I think because every generation goes through different troubles, different worries.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Not to invalidate that or anything,
No,
of course.
yeah.
You know.
And I think, you know, Ava, even though in our eyes it's an old anime, at the end of the day, still a 90s anime, you know, still.
Yeah, there's a lot of retelling of stories as well, and newer mediums and newer things, right? It's like, how many 1940s films do you watch? It's like not that much, but then maybe the director of the film that you really like that came out in the 90s was like, this is such a heavy inspiration.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Well, I ain't going all the way back to watch that. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like
I ain't watching all that.
We are very bad at, as people, as consuming media from like not our time. I feel generally we're quite bad at that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of why this always happens and why.
But also, I think even more in like the modern day as well, where I think just because there's so much stuff coming out nowadays that
it's hard to
feels
go back.
More than anything, it's like less and less people go back to the past, not just with anime, but like with movies as well.
With anything, really, any kind of entertainment.
Yeah. Because to me, if I would say what I would feel like is the modern like life-changing anime that I would have expected the modern generation to say,
Like Attack on Titan.
I would say Mob Psycho. I would have thought Mob Psycho would have been that one.
Yeah.
In my biased eyes, to be like, this is what I would think the kids would like. It would be something like Mob Psycho.
I think there's Mob Psycho is a more of like a retrospective thing. When you're as an adult, you can look back at Mob Psycho and see a lot of the things that maybe once you just found boring or uncomfortable. You kind of recognize them. Like, I think a bit of Mob having to go through his journey of, hey, just because you're special in the one thing doesn't mean you're special in general.
It's all about grinding and
then
being like.
And then Reagan is also a great character for that. So I think that's like it's very adult themed. I think. There's not a lot that you can sympathize with when you're young. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're young and just feeling, it's I don't know. It's surprising.
Just makes you think.
Makes you think. Yeah. Because it's weird to see, like, obviously anime has gotten a lot more popular now with like the new generation on like a different fucking level. I'm just waiting for that conversation I have with a kid that tells me Jujutsu Kaisen was a life-changing anime, and I'm like, okay, now I'm truly out of touch.
It's like, say any more and you're getting the back of my hand.
Oh my god!
I'm just joking. You can like whatever you like. I don't care.
Well, that's why I think, like, you know, it seems like every modern shonen now is getting super popular. Dan really popping off now. I haven't caught up with it, but apparently the latest
7.
The latest episodes have been fucking.
Wait, I'm caught up with an anime that you're not caught up with?
Oh, you're caught up with it?
I'm caught up with Dan, bro.
Is it popping off?
It's fucking popping off.
Oh, shit. If Joey says it is,
dude,
then it definitely must be.
I mean, look, I love the manga. The anime has just been so good. So, yeah. The latest episode, it's popping off.
Cinema? Absolute cinema?
Peak.
Oh, okay.
Peak cinema.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
It's
okay.
great. Yeah, everyone should be watching that.
Fuck. All right. Well, if Joey says so.
Wait, so what video were you filming with the anime, man?
They're doing like a bunch of videos in Japan. It definitely humbling talking to them and remembering how much we grinded when we first.
When we showed up here, there was no infrastructure for filming anything. Like there was no, like, you couldn't, there's no one to help you that had like experience.
But also they told me they're here for like a month.
That's crazy.
And they're filming something almost every day. they have filmed in the time that they've been here so far 17 videos, and I'm like, I wish I had
17 ideas.
I remember back to our first Japan trip, and I think all we did was drank for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
straight.
we were living the absolute degenerative life.
We just did karaoke and
we
ate
did 5
food
a.m.
and-
karaoke like 2 times a week, maybe.
Yeah, we went crazy. I was like, damn, but that's like, those are the times I look back on. I was like, yeah, that was peak.
And then like
those are the best times, dude. Because it's like,
and then after like, the second week, one of us would be like, maybe we should film something.
yeah, we did film something after like 2 weeks.
Yeah. You guys came to my house and were like, oh yeah, we should maybe film some videos for our channels,
Was that the video that we filmed? What was it? It was a quiz or something. It was like the anime opening quiz. Or the anime ABC.
Anime A to Z was for my channel.
Yeah.
I did something as well.
You did the fucking...
What did I do?
You did the rap battles thing.
Yeah.
You remember that shit?
So bad. But I look back at that and I'm like, because we'd hang out and it was like, yeah, we're all YouTubers, but like we just that was like not a factor.
Oh my god.
So that was like that was so much fucking fun.
Was so long at 2018. But don't play it.
I also think that's
probably only 2018. Fuck.
Yeah.
I think for stuff like that though is why I think we're such good friends now. Because we hung out and did shit like that, and it was never about YouTube. It was like we just were all YouTubers and we wanted to hang out.
Exactly, yeah.
I was gone 3 million views?
Yeah. How has Gaunt not changed in 6 years? Gaunt looks exactly the same, just with a beard now.
Still got the turtleneck, baby. Oh my god.
It's crazy. That's insane.
God, that was my last place. Did you just dab? Did you just dab?
Yes, Joey. Why am I hearing this from you, Joey?
I remember coming to this house because Gaunt left his fucking camera on the train. You had to like call up the train, and then I remember I was like, "Oh shit, your place was small."
Yeah, it was
like behind that wall was like your bed.
Yeah,
and that was it.
I'm surprised we were all able to fit in this place because this place is fucking tiny.
What is Sydney wearing? Why is Sydney wearing?
Why is she wearing a school uniform?
I can't remember, man.
That's funny as fuck. When was this? 2018?
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
6.5 years ago.
2 years before. 2 years before the apocalypse happened.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
I don't know.
God.
It feels like modern life is just my mind segments things into like pre-2020 and post-2020.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Like, because when we spoke to those the anime men, they were like, "Oh yeah, college, we did it all online." I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right, because of COVID. That's crazy."
Yeah. No, apparently they loved it. Apparently,
it must have been great if you didn't want to really do college.
Yeah.
I was talking to them about it, and I was like, "What do you guys do?" And they were like, "So we'd." So this wasn't even college. This was like they were telling me about their last year of high school. They would just go into like Zoom calls, and for the first class, the camera would be off, the camera would be on. Then the entire class would just turn their cameras off, and they'd just be gaming with each other the entire time.
This generation's so good.
The fucking privilege.
And I'm like, damn, I wish I had that.
Yeah, what the hell?
I wish I had that my final year of.
Oh my lord!
I was fighting for my life, like playing Doodle Jump under the table while the class was going on.
I wouldn't even risk it. The risk would be too great.
I was like, I need to get that PB though.
Damn.
But we'll say confidence boosts every time you hang out with them though, because every time I've helped them, or gone to dinner with them, they're like, "Damn, you're fitted today." What the fuck? Why is everyone here so fitted today? I'm like, bro, that's I'm wearing a shirt and jeans. Is that fitted for you guys?
Fitted equals you're wearing clothes. That's crazy.
No fucking way. And
they all stand up, no pants.
And I'm like, damn, I'll take it. But I guess being in Japan, you kind of like, this is like the bare minimum.
Yeah, this is like the lowest level of fashion.
Yeah.
It does change you though, living here.
Because everyone's so fucking dripped out, dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited to get old.
You're excited to get old?
I can't wait. I can't wait to be old.
What's the thing you're most looking forward to?
Wait,
Dude,
what year is to you is old?
40, 45.
45?
Dude, because then I can just say shit and people will be like, he's old. You know what I mean? I can't wait to get to that
point. What are you going to say?
You don't know what I'm cooking. I just can't wait to be the miserable old man. I think people treat Chris like he's 50.
Well, because he acts 50.
Yeah, I know, but he gets away with 50-year-old shit. But he shouldn't. Yeah. Because he's like 34 or 5, 6, I don't know.
He's younger than you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember I said that to my mom once. You should have seen the look on her fucking face. Like she's like, it's like telling someone that God isn't real. She's like, what? What do you mean?
Everything I know is a lie.
Yeah, because like my mom was like, bless her heart. My mom was like, I thought Chris was like in his 40s.
He's so good. He's so good at fooling everyone into thinking he's like 45.
I know.
The power he wields.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But to be fair, your attitude is probably going to be there when
I can't wait. I can't wait to get
Right.
there.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
Why? What is it with British men who can't wait to be like that?
They just can't wait
it's
to
so
give.
fun.
See, as you get older,
I just give zero fucks.
You just give less of a fuck.
Right.
So
Can't
you're
wait.
excited to get to that age where you just give less of a fuck.
Do you still you give a fuck right now?
Yeah, no, I do. But
Yeah.
I feel like I want to get to that point where like I can be like
Like nothing will phase you.
someone's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. I can't off the top of my head. But
Yeah.
you're around some people that are like, no, I'm not doing that. With such confidence,
Yeah.
and like
That
there's
they can't say anything.
There's
Yeah.
not even like an ounce of them that wants to accommodate the person that's
Right,
like,
right.
that, you know, and obviously I do want to be considerate and nice still, but I would love to be able to be like, no, fuck off, I'm not doing that. That's just, no,
Shit,
I
I'm
won't
already
do
like
that.
that.
Shit, we're
Yeah,
getting to that age now.
Yeah, goddamn.
No,
We're getting there.
No.
no.
No, I still care a little bit. You know, I think you have to. I think you have to care. I think you have to care unfortunately, when you're on YouTube in terms of like how you're presenting yourself and you know what you say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And stuff like that. When I retire from YouTube, then I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Although I will say I am like slowly, like year in and year out, I am slowly getting to the point where I'm giving less of a shit about what I say on the internet.
Why not? Why
Where
not?
I'm just like, you know what? I've lasted this long. If I get cancelled,
Do you
fuck
ever
it.
want to get to that age, that point where you give such zero fucks? Do you see the latest Mike Tyson clips?
Oh,
Where he just
yeah.
has his bare ass out
Yeah.
to millions
That's-
of people.
that's a bit
on,
much.
on Netflix. You know what? I respect it. I want to get to a point where I do not give a fuck enough. Where I just
Look, I just want to be like Chad, where like anything I do on camera, I'll just do it and I won't give a fuck.
That's a terrible role model.
Bare ass on camera.
He's
fuck it.
arguably the worst role model.
You know what? He's
Yeah.
my role model.
I don't know if that's getting old or if that's just Mike Tyson, but I saw that and I'm like, this is like a clip from The Office. I swear to God.
My favorite clip is like kind of an older clip where like this kid, she's probably like, I don't know, 10 years old, and she's doing an interview with with Mike Tyson.
I saw this on. Oh my
And the
God.
tagline is like, Mike forgot that he was being interviewed by a kid because the kid was like, so what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? And then Mike's like, legacy is just a fallacy. Everyone's going to die soon. This kid's just like, great answer, Mike. I bought you a gift.
It's quite intense. You're like,
It's so
oh,
intense.
God.
I love that clip so much. Yeah, that's what I want to get to.
On the opposite end, have you seen that clip of like was it Jaden Smith? And he's doing an interview and he's like, damn man, I just can't hang out with kids my age anymore, man. They just want to like play. And I'm like, damn, can we not talk about the modern political and economic climate? And I'm like, bro, what?
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
You're like 17.
I you remember ages ago we brought up like Daniel Craig just hating James Bond.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
found that hilarious. There was like another thing came out recently where they asked him like, what do you think about the new James Bond they picked? And he just said, I don't care. I was like, man, he's been doing James Bond as long as I've been doing YouTube. And I think at the same time, and I feel like it's kind of crazy to be like, I just don't give a fuck about it. Nah, just hate it. Fuck it, get it out of my sight. You know, it's like, it's crazy.
That's
It's
wild.
Professional level hating himself. I respect it though, I suppose.
I don't know. I sometimes you see like actors who, I guess, like from a fan perspective, when you see an actor just embody this role, you're like, damn. When I was a kid, I was like, damn, they must love that thing because that thing,
Yeah, they're so good at it.
They're so good at it, and it's been such a big part of their life. And then you grow older and you realize, I kind of understand when an actor, let's say like Captain America or Doctor Who or someone who's like embodied these roles for a long time. If I was in their shoes, I'd be like, Yeah, I'd probably want to be seen as more than just that as well.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's why like most like actors you see who have been typecasted in that one thing, like 9 times out of 10, after they're finished with that, they're just like, yeah, I fucking hated that. Like Robert Pattinson hated being Edward. In Twilight, he's like openly shit on it, and like Daniel Radcliffe like never wants to ever fucking mention Harry Potter ever anymore. So it's like, I get it. These people want to like do stuff other than what they became known for, and it's like, yeah, I respect that.
How do you feel about like music artists who feel like they want to they want to move on to their new stuff, but their new stuff just like, I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't hit as hard as the old stuff.
Oh no, of course, yeah. I mean, that's like all the time, right? Like, like next week, for instance, I'm gonna go see Andre 3000,
right?
Not as a rapper, but as the fucking jazz flute playing motherfucker. And like, he's like that interview. I love that interview because he's like known as like one of the greatest like modern rappers of our time. And then one day he was just like, yeah, I got nothing else left to say. I just don't really want to do rap. I just want to learn how to play this giant fucking jazz flute and just like make this like really abstract ambient stuff. And I'm like, you know what, man? I kind of respect it. You want to do something different?
I think your art is not beholden to anyone. Right?
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
You do whatever the fuck you want.
Fans can be disappointed, but I think as an artist.
But the real fans of that artist will stick around, and will try to like accommodate that new shift in tone, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you miss the old.
I know.
Oh no,
sometimes you miss the old count.
Sometimes.
I feel you.
New Kanye should have stayed in the drafts, right? They should have never released new Kanye.
He was a doctor.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I totally get it though. But like that's the good thing about like a lot of art in that instance, right? Like especially with music, is that like now, if you want to go back to the old stuff, it's very readily available to anybody, and everybody. So
sometimes you go to a gig and you're like, the artist just like doesn't play some of like their greatest hits because obviously they're wanting to move away from it. But as a fan, I respect it, but also, man, I just wanted
to hear that one song.
I just want to hear the once. Just give me the adrenaline rush. Just give me the endorphins just for that one thing, please. I will listen to your new stuff.
Yeah.
But also, please, come on, man. It's a once in a lifetime like opportunity.
It's like, I don't know when I'm going to see you next, if ever.
Yeah.
This might be like your last tour. Just play that one song. You know the one.
Okay, just give me that one song, please.
But that's why I appreciate it when especially music artists in a live setting do understand that, even though they might be like completely sick of like their big hits. Like when I went to go see Maximum the Hormone last month, I was like, there's a lot of songs to choose from, and they might play like a bunch of their newer stuff, which is still good, but I speak on behalf of, everyone that like...
Want to hear the Death Note opening?
We want to hear the Death Note stuff.
Yeah.
And luckily, the last 2 tracks they did was the 2 Death Note songs.
Oh.
And I was just like, you know what? That's fan service. That's the kind of fan service we all respect.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing bad about rewarding your fans.
They played some of the new stuff that like, I'm sure there was a lot of people in that crowd who had like maybe not as big into it, or maybe they hadn't heard it. Yeah. I loved all of it, but I was just like, when that Death Note opening came on, I was just like, oh, let's fucking go! It's the most hype, yeah. All right, well, with that out of the way, hey, look at all these patrons.
Beautiful patrons.
They support us in everything that we do, old and new.
No matter what we decide to do or not.
Even though I've stopped watching anime.
Even though Joey, we can get Joey.
I dabble.
I dabble. But hey, if you want to support the show, then head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. By the way, speaking of new content, every single week we have Patreon exclusive content. We have a brand new one for you guys that you can go check out right after this episode. Mood on, play a clip.
All right.
Fuck you, man.
Whoa, I can grab midair. What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that.
Stop, bro.
This is...
Bro.
It's so troll. Oh my god, he's about to perfect game. Oh my god.
Please kill him.
This is Tilt 100. Tilt 100,
This is
man.
so cancerous.
But hey, if you want to check that out and a whole lot more and support the show in the process, head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us your memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.